Welcome, everyone. We appreciate everyone coming out. It was a little bit of a shock this morning when I woke up and I look out. I noticed the windows were supposed to be clear and sunny and 50 degrees by noon. But I looked out the window, it was kind of gray, and I looked out and I see snow, and I'm like, oh my goodness, another challenge. And then I got here and I tried to set up the computers, and my computer was completely wiped. But our IT guy was on call and he was able to help me out. So we got it off with no hitches and everything was just fine. I'm glad everyone made it here safely. I know there's a lot of people planning on coming, and it's a little difficult with the weather, but we'll have some more people show up here shortly. So welcome to Williams Avenue Centennial Celebration. 100 years here at Williams Avenue Elementary. Quite an honor. We are honored to have each and every one of you here and recognizing Williams as a long-standing excellence in education. We have wonderful alumni, and we have tested the times and worked through the toughness, and we continue to strive for excellence today. I'd like to start off with a huge thank you to those who were on the committee. We started back in last May organizing this event. And those people that were on there, I'd like to say thank you to Sharon Hoffman, Dick and Jack Bolden, Dave Parks, Rod and Jerry Steele, Bill Myers, Susan Bushman, Becky Parsons, and our incredible staff. I mean, every staff member was a part of the committee, and everybody had input, especially Brittany Dracy and Sonia Moyers, Joe Walkett, Marianne Miller, Julie Rue, Laura Zimmerman, and Katie Dykes. You've done a ton of work. Thank you very much. We'd also like to thank all the alumni for the incredible donations. We have a lot of neat stuff. We have a coin. This one's actually the case, but we have those for sale up in the library, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But you have to check out not just the front, but the back. There's a picture on there with the W on the front, picture of the building on the back. We have those up in the library. We also came up with a book that commemorates by the decade. As you saw here, a lot of that information's in here with the pictures and such. We have some of those for sale. We have a commemorative stone that is placed out in the front mulch bed, and that was just delivered this past Thursday and put in place. So there's a lot of things here, and then with the food and lunch and everything, with the cost of everything without the donations has been really difficult. But we're going to be just fine, and we have no worries. Thank you to all those who donated. Williams Avenue Elementary was constructed to serve students in K to 8. Students were not required, according to state law, until 8 years old to attend, and they also had to attend until they were 14 years old, or completion of 5th grade. But most of the Norwood boys and girls had to help work with their family as needed. But unlike other schools, they actually came to school around 5 years old and finished the 8th grade. The focus was on penmanship, reading, and math. The faculty focused on discipline and prepared the students for middle school and the working class. Norwood was a booming city, the gem of the Highlands, in the early 1900s, as it had the Cincinnati streetcar line. Norwood often hosted several events such as circuses, carnivals, baseball games, and other activities in the parks. In 1917, this building was built, and it was to serve South Norwood. It was a connection to the building that was originally built next door in 1869. At that particular time, the city had 47 manufacturing companies. Due to the industrial jobs available, this led to an increase in families that were moving here and children to educate. The approximate population at the time was about 25,000 people, which today is only about 20,000 people. You can imagine with the industrial jobs here, how big this city really was. The average household income approximately was $687, which would equate to about $16,000 today. The average household income today is $53,000. It's amazing how inflation and buying power has improved considerably over the last century. In 1952, the building next door was tore down and a new one was built. We have many people that were here that remember that old building and have some wonderful stories. If you get a chance to talk to some of those people, that would be wonderful. At this time, because we do have some of those people that were in the older building, I would like all alumni to please stand. Now, I'm going to see who our eldest is here today that is alumni. So if anyone graduated in the 50s, please remain standing. If you were in the class and graduated in the 40s, please remain standing. Everyone else can sit. Oh, goodness. Please remain standing. How about 47? Class of 47? We have a class in the 30s. Anyone in the 30s? Yeah. Thank you. What is your name?
Charles Cartwright.
Charles Cartwright. You are the great uncle of one of our 5th grade teachers, correct?
Yes.
We are happy to have you, sir. Thank you so much. We actually had we have a gift card for you for being the oldest alumni here, so we appreciate you coming. As I told you, we had donations and stuff that came in. We actually had a letter that showed up yesterday with a small donation. It says, "My husband and I met in kindergarten at Williams Avenue Elementary. We went all through Norwood City Schools, from Williams Avenue to the Norwood High School. We are both 92 years old. Enjoy the ceremony." Eugene Conover Dowd and Robert Dowd. Pretty cool stuff. We're going to add that stuff into the, and Mr. Cartwright has written us some letters as well. And we're going to add those to our time capsule when that's put together. Okay. Very nice. All the way from Naples, Florida. Yes, he came up for this, specifically for this. Awesome. You came all the way up when we had 70-degree weather last week, the snow today. Can you believe that? From Florida to this. All right. At this particular time, we have some proclamations we'd like to read. We'll start off with our mayor, and we're going to have Tom Williams, who was just released from the hospital the other day. He's not able to attend, so we're going to have one of our teachers, Mr. Kyle Wiles, read the proclamation from the mayor. Good morning. As you heard, Mayor Williams is not feeling well, so we wish him a speedy recovery. We have an official proclamation from his office, which I will read. From the City of Norwood Mayor's Office proclamation, whereas Williams Avenue Elementary School is celebrating the 100th Centennial celebration on March 4th, 2017, to honor the historic building which was built in 1917. And whereas Williams Avenue Elementary School and its students and faculty, both past and present, are and always have been an integral part of the community over the years and have contributed so much to our proud heritage. And whereas the City of Norwood commends the hardworking, industrious, dedicated, and enthusiastic people that have been part of Williams Avenue Elementary School, including students, teachers, support personnel, mentors, leaders, parents, and community members. And whereas the City of Norwood is a very proud home of the Williams Avenue Elementary School, and wishes all those who walk through the halls now and in the future continued success, vigor, and purpose in all their endeavors. And now, therefore, he, Tommy F. Williams, by virtue of the authority vested in him as mayor of the City of Norwood, do proclaim Saturday, March 4th, 2017, as Williams Avenue Elementary School Day. At this time, I'd like to have Donna Lake, President of Norwood City Council, come up and read a proclamation from Governor John Kasich.
Good morning. I know the last thing you probably want us to hear from more politicians, but there were some wonderful things that are in these documents, and I want to share them with you. So first, from Governor Kasich, it says in the name and by the authority of the state of Ohio, John R. Kasich and Mary Taylor, Governor and Lieutenant Governor of Ohio, do hereby officially recognize the 100th anniversary of the Williams Avenue School building. On behalf of the state of Ohio, we join all those gathered in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Williams Avenue Elementary School building. Throughout the past century, the Williams Avenue Elementary School building has been an asset to the Norwood City School District, and it is with great pride that we acknowledge this important milestone. As you celebrate and reflect on the past 100 years, we encourage you to remember the people and events associated with this building's rich history, and we extend our best wishes for a memorable and enjoyable celebration on this 4th day of March 2017, John Marquis, Governor, and Mary Taylor, Lieutenant Governor. In addition, we have a letter from Brad Weinstrup, our U.S. representative, that says, "Dear Principal Gabbard, I would like to congratulate the students and teachers, past and present, of Williams Avenue Elementary School on their 100th anniversary. I'm sorry that I could not be with you to celebrate. Providing a first-rate education for America's youth is one of our greatest responsibilities, and it is essential to creating the educated, productive, and innovative citizens who shape our nation. For the past 100 years, Williams Avenue Grade School has demonstrated a strong commitment to the children in our community. Thousands of students have graduated with a quality education and countless memories. I sincerely thank Williams Avenue Grade School for their contribution to the Norwood community, and I look forward to hearing of continued success in the years to come. Sincerely, Brad R. Weinstrup, U.S. Representative." Other folks are finally knowing what we've known all along, that Norwood has very good school system. So this is from our state representative, Bridget Kelly, from the state of Ohio House of Representatives. It says, "On behalf of the members of the House of Representatives of the 132nd General Assembly of Ohio, we are pleased to extend special recognition to Williams Avenue Elementary School on the occasion of the 100th anniversary, celebrated March 4, 2017. Since its founding in 1917, Williams Avenue Elementary School has played a valuable role in helping area youth to develop their social and academic skills. Known for the high quality of education it has offered countless young people, the school has established itself as an exceptional educational institution in the state of Ohio, and clearly it is deserving of high praise. In working to meet the criteria for educational excellence, the faculty and administration of Williams Avenue Elementary School have demonstrated great commitment, leadership, foresight, and support in providing their students with the best possible education and in promoting achievements in all facets of school life. Indeed, the staff has worked diligently to develop and implement a comprehensive, innovative course of study designed to improve student performance, responsibility, and participation, and to help prepare each student to meet the challenges of the future. Thus, with great pleasure, we congratulate Williams Avenue Elementary School on its centennial and extend best wishes for the years to come. Representative Bridget Kelly, House District 31, and Clifford R. Rosenberger, Speaker, Ohio House of Representatives. Congratulations.
At this time, we have a nice presentation from our 5th grade group. We have some ladies and gentlemen that want to share some interesting information about certain times and decades throughout the past century.
My name is Aaron, and I was a student at Williams from 1917 to 1926. I started in kindergarten and went to school through 8th grade. I had to wear my best dress to school every day and dress shoes. I walked to school each day and went home for lunch. Our school day was only around 5 hours long. We focused on penmanship, reading, and math during our school day. At this time, Norwood was considered a bustling city with lots of family activities and businesses.
Hi, my name is Charles Correa, and I was a business student from 1927 to 1936. I was expected to wear pants or shorts with knee socks each day. The girls were not even allowed to wear pants or shorts. I walked to and from school for lunch each day. With my teachers, I've been reading 50 day books and maybe even the first Dr. Seuss book. As a male student, I was proud of being a Williams Avenue Bugle Corps. I wore a red cape and played the bugle at school and a largest band in early day group. My name is Amy. As I entered school in 1937 at Williams Elementary School, times were tough both family and friends. On December 7, 1941, the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and escalated the war. My dad and brother both joined the war effort, and my mom went to work in a factory to help. Instead of the typical fire and tornado drills, the schools also had air raid drills, in case another attack was on the USA soil from an enemy. We would hide under our desks or put books over our heads. I remember in 1945, the world and the war would celebrate the end of the war. Hi, my name is Caitlin from the gym that Highlands is where it became known as popular time. In 1952, my school was under construction due to so many students. In addition, it's added onto the original Williams Avenue School building, allowing it to educate and inspire more children. The scariest part for me as well as seeing my polio vaccine from my doctor at school. While students from my time at Williams in 1954, he explained the education system of the gospel surpassing the brown board of education that required the integration of all public schools.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and as a student starting in 1957, my school day was longer and integrated art, music, and gym. I loved all my sporting opportunities and being able to compete against the other schools in Norway. We were in for quite a shock when Russia beat us into outer space with Sputnik. This meant that as I went through school, I was taught a lot more math and science. I will always remember being in class and hearing the sad news that President Kennedy was assassinated on November 22, 1963. My favorite memory was going to see the Beatles play at the Cincinnati Gardens on August 27, 1964. I was so excited I fainted. 1967 to 1976. Hi, my name is Nevaeh, and I am so excited that I went to school as a girl. Before this, my older sisters all wear more dresses. I have seen a lot of things change in Norway, like the addition of Surrey Square strip mall. The school announced that they're building a state-of-the-art high school, so after 5th grade, I would go to the middle school, the old high school. In 1969, my brother was drafted into the Vietnam War along with many of my friends and my brothers. The civil rights movement led by Martin Luther King Jr. was in full swing, affecting all areas of the nation, not just the South. On April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. In the Cincinnati News, the Reds won the World Series of the greatest team to create the Big Red Machine.
1977 through 1986. Hi, my name is Carly, and my favorite thing at school are Melody-makers with Miss Parsons after school. In gymnastics with Mr. Kitchen. I learned my alphabet and sound from Miss Thompson, and to letter people in kindergarten. I'm excited to learn about computers because the school just received their first Apple II computer, and Miss Claire thought it was helping me learn how to use it. My jobs at school are rainy day helpers and safety spot. My best friend Sarah is an office helper each day. I love the dancing at the Footloose dance with my friends. I always packed extra cans of Barbie sauce shaving cream for the last day of school shaving cream fights. On January 28, 1986, we were shocked and saddened as the Challenger exploded with a teacher inside. My family is really worried because my dad just heard the GM plant is closing as I'm going to middle school.
My name is Mason, and I am in full-day kindergarten at Williams. I attend school from 9:05 to 3:10. Every day I was given a full 30-minute recess and lunch break. I always eat lunch at school and use a token. The focus of my school day is reading, math, science, and social studies, with whole language and units. I started learning gymnastics with Mr. Kitchen, and there is a huge trampoline in the gym. This year I dressed up as a Smurf for the Halloween walk around the block. We were told we had to start taking a test each year, something called the proficiency test. All the teachers and my mom seemed really stressed out about it. I was so disappointed when the Bengals were defeated at the Super Bowl in 1988. We're very excited that the Cincinnati Reds swept the World Series in 1990.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I attended Williams from 1997 to 2006. I love being a Williams Wildcat. I have a very long day at school. We have reading, math, writing, spelling, social studies, and science. We also go to a different specials each day: art, music, and gym. I love playing soccer with my friends and playing with kids from all the different middle schools. I just found out that I'm going to stay at Williams through 6th grade instead of moving on to the middle school. On September 11, 2001, the world was shocked by the terrorist attacks in New York City, Washington, D.C., and New Jersey. The World Trade Centers were struck while at school, and the teachers kept leaving to watch the news events. I remember feeling really sad and scared when I went home and talked to my parents about the attack.
2007 to 2017. My name is Sabrina, and I have been a student at Williams since preschool age 3. Mark Dabber is my principal, and he lives around the corner from me. We eat breakfast each day in our classroom as we work on our computers. My teachers are Mrs. Schaefer and Mrs. Lennox. Each grade has 2 or 3 teachers and then an aide or specialist that helps them. I'll be here through 6th grade. My day is rigorous and focuses on all subjects. I will no longer talk cursive at school, but instead learn keyboarding. In April, myself and all 3rd through 6th grade all take several computerized state tests. Everyone has access to a variety of after-school clubs like wheelchair basketball, baseball, art, dance, strings, and much more. The school is rich with creativity, teacher input, parent collaboration, and community support. This year, we got a brand new gym. There was a crazy flood that ruined our gym, and it all had to be replaced. Along with the gym being damaged, all of the other buildings and many homes or businesses had damage because of the flood. I love being a Williams Wildcat.
They've been working really hard on that and practice. You remember the lunch coaches, though. Also remember a paddle. We don't have those anymore. I do have one in my office, though, on the window. Next, I would like to introduce our distinguished speakers today. We went to Williams Avenue from kindergarten to 8th grade, graduating from Norwood High School in 1969. After graduation, he joined the Air Force and worked his way up to the highest-ranking non-commissioned officer, the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. His boss was President Bill Clinton. A very distinguished accomplishment for a kid from Norwood, Ohio, who went to Williams. He's never forgotten his hometown or his childhood friends. He loved speaking and was introduced to the Norwood Distinguished Hall of Fame several years ago, and General Roston, his friend, actually nominated him to the committee. Retired Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force was proud to accept. He gave a wonderful speech. He also has traveled our great nation speaking to our troops, and has even spoke to our Norwood High School students and brought along the Air Force band as well. It was a fun day, and today we have the distinct honor of having retired Chief Master Sergeant Eric Beacon speak with us. Thank you for coming, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you all very much. Last time I was summoned to the principal's office was about 55 years ago, along with my friend Mac Nixon, and it had a different consequence at the time. I think there was a SWAT involved. Anyway, this is a great day. It brings back a lot of memories, the flood of memories. I joined the Air Force back in 1970, shortly after I graduated from high school. I was actually living in Houston, Texas. Didn't have money to go to school, to go to college. Didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I saw a recruiting poster and walked in and asked the recruiter if he'd get me out of Houston, Texas, and said, I'll make that happen. And about 3 months later, I was on my way. It was a great career. I was very blessed. I'm very blessed to still continue to be hanging around people in the United States Air Force and continuing to be great men and women who serve this nation. So, great to be here. I want to introduce a couple of people who are in the audience today. My bride, Johnny. We met at Eglin Air Force Base back in 1983. I think I got that right. Back in 1983. Anyway, we've been together for, I guess, 33 years now. Anyway, she's a great military spouse. We don't give credit to our military spouses and children who serve alongside the military member and sacrifice just as much as they do. Some classmates that are in the room, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I just gave her final PCS move. We call it permanent change of station. 13 moves in 30 years, and she finally said, I want to live in Pensacola, Florida, and I said, I'll get you there, so we just moved to Pensacola. So, also in the audience, let's see, Bruce Chipwood, there's Bill Carpenter, Ed Green, Sue Parker, Kenny Cunda, Mac Nixon, as I said before, Mary Anglin, who was also a staff sergeant in the United States Air Force. Where you at? All right. And Bruce Chipwood and Eddie Green also served in our United States Air Force as well. Also have Carol and Ken Parks, who are here. They went to that other school. I think it was Northern View or something like that. But anyway, we became friends in high school. They had the best bed and breakfast in Milford, Ohio. Just kidding. It's not a mean. We're staying with them. And also, it's very special for me to have my Aunt Dolores here, my mother's sister, and her bridesmaid, I believe, right, at your wedding. Miss Carol Portman Orther, they're both here today, and they went to Williams back in 19, something like that, right? And I think what's really cool about Norwood and coming back here is the generations of family members who have attended this school and who have children, and Carol, I know, has grandchildren, I believe, who are attending Williams Avenue School. And some of our alumni actually became educators. I know Dick and Jack Bolden, I believe they were fairly good athletes at one time. They became educators and served this school system with great honor and tremendous teachers and coaches for everybody. So a lot of assemblies in this room. A lot of times we came in here, I remember this, having some flashbacks about being in this room and coming to those assemblies. We had these award ceremonies, I recall, and a few years ago I was going through some of my old memorabilia, and I found my W, my letter W, the Wildcat W, that sometimes you put on a leather sweater or something like that. I also had an insert, gold insert, for being on the basketball team for a couple of years. I also found Good Citizen buttons. I don't know how many of you remember those, but I had a couple of those Good Citizen buttons, and we always wore those very proudly. That was a big thing back then, to get one of those. I found a certificate that was signed by Louis Wagle for penmanship. And we actually had to do penmanship back then. I don't think they do that anymore, but they dedicated an entire hour of our classroom day to penmanship. And I still get compliments on my penmanship, so thank you, Mr. Wagle, for that. I also found my Patrol Boy certificate. I don't know how many of you guys were Patrol Boys, but we used to have to wear that little sling thing that we would put on, and to be correct, you were supposed to put it up over your shoulder, but to be cool, we would always slip it down here and hang it off to our side. I actually had the rank of lieutenant, which I thought was really cool because my badge had a little red thing. Bruce Chipwood was a captain, so he had the blue one and outranked me actually at the time, but not anymore. And then probably one of the proudest things that I have was a certificate for being the flag boy. And actually it was Gary Gabbard, and I don't know if he's in relation to you or not, but fellow classmate, and we were responsible for coming in every morning early and raising the flag, and at the end of the school day we took the flag down. And I can remember some of the old veterans who would be walking by and would stop and salute and all of that, probably World War I, Korean War, World War II veterans, I suspect. Anyway, they would do that. But that was a tremendous honor for me to do that. Of course, the only awards that ever eluded me were the academic awards. I never got anything like that. So, anyway. In the military, we say that you stand on the shoulders of greatness. All of the people that have gone before you, they leave a legacy of honor and valor and courage. And they're the people that mentor you and develop you as a young airman, soldier, marine, or sailor or coast guard. They're the folks that have seen battle. They're the folks that have seen all of the treacheries of war and conflict and all of that, and they're the ones that sit you down every once in a while and say, okay, son, you're coming to this fork in the road, and this fork in the road is going to give you a couple of paths, and you can take this one or you can take that one. And they do that, and they become very special to you, your brothers and sisters in arms, and all of that, and you learn to love them dearly, and they have a tremendous impact on your life. And I like to say that those people hold a very special place in my heart, and you kind of become a conglomerate of all of them, all of their input that they give you over the years as you develop as a service member, and that's very special. But long before you ever become a military member, there are other people that have an impact on you, and that's your educators and the people that teach you. And they're the mentors and they're the advisors. They're the ones that give you that fundamental foundation that you grow and develop with. All of those things are important. The core values, the self-discipline, the self-confidence, and all of those things that you get. You learn how to be a good citizen. You learn how to become a patriot. And I think that's one of the things that I will always look back at Williams Avenue School and all of my teachers, all of those educators that had an impact on my character and an impact on who I was to become. And we should always remember that it is our teachers and our educators that start when we're 5 years old and begin building that foundation of who we're going to become eventually. I have two sisters-in-law down in Florida, and they're both teachers. And one is fourth grade, and I think one is first grade. And it was just a couple of weeks ago we were having this discussion about teachers, and every once in a while they feel a little bit underappreciated, and they talk about the challenges that they have nowadays, whether it's funding or whether it's a lack of parental support or whatever it is that goes on in their lives, and they get a little frustrated. And I said, you need to remember, I said, when you're looking at these kids, and when you're looking into their eyes, and the things that you tell them, it may be just one little comment, like, Johnny, you're really good at math, you might want to consider being an engineer someday. Or, Susie, you're really good at music, you might want to think about being a musician someday, or some path of life. And it's just that comment, that one little thing that they say to somebody. And it's going to stay with them for the rest of their life, and it may impact who they're going to become and what they're going to be as a professional. I didn't have to do any research or anything. I remember all of my teachers at Williams Avenue School. I remember Miss Conover, my kindergarten teacher, the first one that had an impact on me. Miss Johnson, who I thought was the most beautiful woman in the world. I really did. As a 6-year-old, I was in love. Mrs. Rogers, who was a second grade teacher, Miss Jenkins, who was my third grade teacher, we always thought that she had eyes in the back of her head. She didn't have any. And I can remember one day there were about 5 boys out on the schoolyard who kind of misbehaved, and she brought them into the class and lined them up against the blackboard and then faced the blackboard, and she went down there and gave each one of them a swat. It was her version of the St. Valentine's Day massacre. And then we had Miss Probst, who was our 4th grade teacher, and she tried to teach us music. She had to teach pipe and all that stuff, and she would try to teach us music. We had Miss Harold. Miss Harold was our 5th grade teacher, and she used to love to lecture us. And any time that if we did something wrong, she would just stop what she was doing. She would sit down at her desk, and she would go like this. And she would click that pencil with her rings back and forth. And she would talk very methodically and very slowly, put you on the right path. And then we had Miss Ritter, and Miss Ritter was our 6th grade teacher, and I just remember her as very calm and just a very even, very steady individual and a great person. After that, we went over to the 7th and 8th grade. I think we went into the new building, and we had Miss Gray as our homeroom teacher. She was an art teacher. Ms. Miller was our music teacher. Mr. Rash was our science teacher. Mr. Simpson was our English teacher. Mr. Noble was our shop teacher. And Mr. Whitler was our social studies teacher. So I remember all of them. And just like all of the the military members and leaders that have impacted my life along the way. So have they, and they also occupy a very special place in my life. So today we're going to celebrate the 100th anniversary of this building, this institution, but I think it's more important that we remember the people that have walked these halls, the people that have educated all of us and taught us all of the things that we need to know to become great Americans. I'm very proud of the city, very proud of the school system, and very proud of all of you that are members of this hall. So thanks for having me here. No swats, right?
Thank you very much. I too used to get comments often on my penmanship. And those comments were, "You're standing for recess, but that's just too soft." And they would always call me Mike. My name was Mark. My brother, we both went to Allison, the other school, and we both graduated from Norwood. But Brother Mike, he's here taking pictures for us today. And they would always call me Mike. I would never raise my hand. I said, "We call on you." I said, "Call me Mike. It's my brother." And then I would have to stay after for sassy. So, real quick, I'd like to do a few announcements before we get into something really special to kind of wind this up. I'd like to let you know that we do have some books for sale. We have only a few left, but we do have a little card that we can give you that you can go online. And we have computers up there if you need help with that here. If you don't have access at home, or we can give you that card if you go home and you can order that book online and have it shipped to your house. We have the coins. We have plenty of those available. And they're only $5. And I tell you, when you look at these coins, it's quite a steal. So if you remember the stone, when you get a chance to go outside at the end of the day, check that out. That would be really nice. We have punch and cookies, and those books and coins and stuff will be up in the library, which is in the next building, top floor. And they will be up there for sale. We have cookies, punch, and some cake up there as well. If you have not registered for lunch yet and you still want to eat, it's $10, and there's a table right out here that you can get that taken care of, and we'll give you a meal ticket. And again, the lunch goes from 11 to 1, so there's no mad dash to get down there right away, so you have plenty of time to make one go out. At this particular time, I'm going to take just a few seconds to lower the screen to get our projector fired back up, and we did something really special. I think Mr. Walker, our music teacher, with us. We actually had, he recorded our entire student body in here in the auditorium, singing the Williams Light song. Really nice, really nice. The other part was that he actually went in December to the alumni luncheon, have an alumnus receptions, and he recorded a number of alumni that was there from Williams singing the verse. So we're going to play that, and we'll have that going. We'll play the students first, and then the second verse will be the alumni, and we're going to put the words up here, so the third verse, feel free to sing right along. Okay? Just give us a second.
Come on.
Noah, okay, scoot on down. Scoot on down.